This is Kulami on Board Game Arena. Pretty easy rules. I'm ready when you are.
Where to begin? Where to begin? Why not the same place as last time? I have to write a bio for VCU.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is the silliest shit I could put in there? Enjoys not getting blown up? It's just like part of professionalism that I really don't care for.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's always a lot of pressure to be like kind of interesting. And you can tell sometimes when people are trying to be like real,
Ask ChatGPT to help.
like, oh, look at my... Yeah, the problem is I have a lot of trouble accessing ChatGPT because of the way the VPNs work.
Yeah. There's a few other... I mean, there's other ones now, too. I mean, I know Bard's open from Google.
True.
And...
It's not that I need help putting it together.
Yeah.
Because I have to do them all the time. Anytime something is published, right?
And I think you can just do Bing search now, too.
Yeah.
But I think you might have to, like... maybe, like, apply for it or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I'll definitely get it. I mean, yeah. You'll be home soon enough.
Oh, yeah, really. It's going to be a good time. I have like half of my schedule picked out, I think. I was doing the math today. I was like, wait a minute. I have 3 years and 48 credit hours. I was like, why? I can't even take 12 credits a semester, or else I'm going to finish my degree in 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, holy shit. Because I mean, my other master's degree was like, all right, here you go, 15 credits a semester.
I took so many credits undergrad that when I got to grad school, I spent all the extra time doing my thesis, but like when I got to grad school and only had like, I think it was even 12 to 15, but I was doing like 21 to 24 for undergrad, and they're all music classes that were like, well, this is 1 credit hour, but we're doing it 6 to 8 hours a week, and that was like all of music classes. So yeah, just when I got to grad school, I had more free time than I ever had, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty surprising.
No, I thought the same way, and now like I feel like I'm gonna have even more free time. Not that I necessarily. I mean, I just use that time for other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I need to work. I'll have to teach. I'll have to do TA stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll probably work with the publication. So if I work with the publication, that's like, well, you're there goes an extra 10 hours a week, and then 20 hours to TAing and 10 hours to publication stuff, and then how many hours to class, right?
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about it now. I talked to a bunch of people in the program. They're like, yeah, all the classes are really easy.
Yeah, I only had one. I thought the advanced theories got to be a lot of work.
Oh, I believe it.
And it was more just reading and summarizing and writing things about different authors and analysis each week. And that was really the only tough.
Yeah.
History and stuff wasn't like tough. It was just I had to write papers and stuff. But it wasn't like very dense, I guess. Yeah, the theory was very.
I believe it. Absolutely.
And then I had some sort of like writing class each semester where I had to write like longer papers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll be able to get through without really needing to do any sort of like very traditional literature class. You know what I mean? Where it's like, read this book, write an essay about this book.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many classes where it's just gonna be like, all right, go read this and then write a fuck ton.
Yeah. That was pretty much theory every week. We had like 20 to 50 pages to talk about.
Yeah, the big thing that killed me with my education degree was all of the writing that I was forced to read was so fucking boring. I've never been more bored in my entire fucking life than getting a master's in education. At a certain point, it was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not reading this anymore. What's the fucking point? Like, I was coming from, like, oh my god. I was coming from an English background, so it's a little bit different, but that's going to be cool. It's going to be cool because I think a lot of it's just like, well, congratulations, you're good enough to get this far. Like, go learn.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you really mean it? Excuse me. Play what? No. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. My headphones died.
It's closing up. Nice.
Yeah, it's a fun one. 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend.
You want to do that again or go to a new game?
Yeah, we down. How do we... we play again so that you get to make the first move?
I sent a rematch, so I think it should switch. But if not...
Nice. Behold, I am Travis now. I love that we just played Mirror. Mirror first moves. Jeez. It was also funny as shit. VZ was like, well, you know what? We think you're out of state. And I was like, wow. So, and to be fair, when I applied, I had selected out of state because I hadn't submitted taxes in a while, right?
Mm.
Because our tax guy, like, why do we pay people to do our taxes when they're fools? Beyond me. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, we got bad information from our tax guy, and that's why our taxes were delayed. And so, like, in between the time that I applied and the time that I got accepted, wouldn't you know, submitted all my taxes. And so I was like, well, can I get in-state? And they were like, well, you have to do this and this and this and submit all this documentation. So I submitted all their documentation, so we will see.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
I feel like they just do that to get more money.
Yeah, but it's funny because I told them, I was like, this doesn't really affect, like, my tuition because, like my tuition is paid for by the school. Like, I'm paying no money.
Oh, then maybe, yeah, it's probably, it could be like a numbers thing. Just like...
No, absolutely.
If you want to get whatever these numbers
on out of state. I was just like, yep, and here's my voting record, and here's my permanent address, and here...
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what they say. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, you don't live in Virginia. Like, you fucking idiots. Oh my
god. I tried to get in North Carolina in-state, and they didn't get it, and I was like, well, I'm not... Like, where could I get in-state? Because it's this is the state I'm in. This is the state I'm living in.
Yeah.
This state I voted in, and this state I have a house in.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, you need all the fucking... And, like, not to mention that you lived in North Carolina for more than 365 days.
Yeah, no, like, I went through all the requirements and was like, which ones do I not meet? And they wouldn't tell you. They just said you don't meet one or more of the requirements.
That's crazy. It is incredible when they do stuff like that, man. Incredible.
getting in-state anywhere else.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it'll affect like a very small amount. It'll be like, do you pay X amount of dollars in fees or X plus 200 amount of dollars in fees? I'm like, I don't know, dog. It would be nice not to have to bother, but. We will see. We will see. Will be interesting. What to do? What to do? Steal it right on out from under you. Mm-hmm. You been watching anything good recently?
I started that Great Expectations.
Mm.
I'm watching season 1 of Succession.
Oh yeah, I heard that was good. How do you like that so far?
I've been good so far. I started The Peripheral yesterday, and I liked the first episode of that.
Nice.
And then Barry starts today, or it started.
Yeah.
Been watching Dave. Season 3 has been airing. What's that? Mandalorian's out right now. Me and Mike are watching that.
Oh yeah. I mean, did you feel like you? Am I going to be in trouble if we haven't watched Boba Fett?
No.
Nice.
I think the Mandalorian like shows up to help in a battle on Boba Fett, but it's like it's just like he showed up on the planet. He's like, "Oh, I'm here," and then like they left. Like,
hello.
I've answered your call. But I don't think it affects the Mandalorian plot.
Yeah. Nice.
And as far as like overall Star Wars goes, it's pretty much like he's on Tatooine. There's kind of like a skirmish now that Jabba's the Hutt's dead on who is in power. So like he's kind of like trying to be a merciful mob boss instead of Jabba, and then like other people are trying to dethrone him now that but
cool.
And it's 6 episodes, and like half of it's him like training with the a Tusken Raider tribe.
Nice, that sounds pretty sweet. Very sort of like cowboy and Indians, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and there's even like a like floating train heist episode. That was very
I mean, I'm
Cowboys.
for it. I don't. You can't go wrong with a western, baby. I heard you like to tie.
Yeah, I was mad about going there.
Nah, this is a fun one, folks. I'm telling you. If there's one game that you watch us play and then you can play, this might be one of them.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Our air conditioner, when we turn it on and off, Spooky always like loses his mind. He meows about it real hard. And today, not today, but recently, I recorded the sound it makes when it turns on when he wasn't in the room. And Spooky definitely will respond to that noise. Most excellent.
2 ties and probably split the other 2 sixes.
Yeah, you'll have one, I'll have the other. Yeah, we started watching Kevin can go fuck himself.
I haven't heard that about that.
Kind of lukewarm on it so far. It's a cool concept. It sort of takes the idea of it takes the idea of like women in sitcom, and then like sort of how do they feel behind the scenes after the fact. That's kind of interesting, but the problem is like sort of the way that they said it, the sitcom aspect. It's just like all of the characters, it's not even just the male characters. All of the characters when it's like so they go back and forth between the sort of like darker, washed out, like personal drama and like bright live audience sitcom. And so that's kind of cool, but it's like the way that plays out sometimes. Nice. Ooh, got me.
There was a Documentary Now episode kind of like that on this past season, where they like showed the audience, like, yeah, they're doing a documentary about a sitcom, and they kept showing the actors in the audience and like in between the takes and stuff like that.